Welcome to my ultimate Genji guide. Before the video starts, I want to say very quickly that if you're struggling on Genji, that's perfectly fine. He's a character that takes a really long time to get good with because he just has a lot of things that you have to learn. I have roughly 100 hours or so on Genji, and I still struggle sometimes because the character is very hard to play sometimes. So with further ado, let's get into the video, and if these tips help you, let me know down in the comment section below, and yeah, let's get into it. So first, I'm going to start by talking about settings. So, people on console that I've seen that play Genji and they're not very consistent is because their sensitivity is too high. Genji is a character that you need accuracy on, not just speed. Some people only think about speed when they're playing Genji and they think the faster they are, the better they are, but it's just simply not the case. With Genji, you want to be accurate, you want to hit your shurikens, and you want to hit your blades. I'm going to ask you a question, I want you to think about it. Are you hitting your shurikens? If so, are you hitting your blades? Are your blades consistent? Are your shurikens consistent? Can you get value on Genji without using blade? These are all important questions that you have to ask yourself when getting better with this character, because this character has a very high skill ceiling and it's hard to get value on him because there's just so many things that could go wrong, especially if you're using blade without nano boost or mercy boost or just any form of damage boost. And yeah. In order to get value on Genji, you have to understand what works and what doesn't. There's a lot of things that work and there's a lot of things that don't. Right now on the screen, I will show you a bunch of combos on Genji that you should learn. They're really easy to do. You just gotta remember the combination of the combos in order to execute it correctly. Now, don't be scared playing Genji. This is one mistake bad players do. You don't need to run away from every single fight, especially because Genji has a dash, a deflect, and he can climb up walls. So you have a lot of mobility. Use that to your advantage. You don't have to be scared and walking away. Even if there is a counter, you shouldn't be scared that that counter counters you. You should be able to work around it. The best Genji players in the world work around every single Genji counter. Now obviously if you're fighting something like Triple Beam, Moira, Symmetra, and Zarya, that's going to be extremely difficult to fight against, and you probably have a better chance of switching characters. But if you honestly want to get better as Genji, you can stay on him and you can learn how to fight against Triple Beam. That means you're going to have to play around your teammates more, you can't do risky plays, and you have to think smarter before you even decide to do anything. Now let's talk about the mechanics that the pro players, the streamers, and everybody else won't tell you. But don't worry, I'm here, I got you, I'll tell you. So if you ever see a streamer dash behind their enemies and instantly stand still afterwards, the reason that they do this is because they're lining up their headshots to make sure that they do really quick outbursts, either headshots or just full shurikens to the body. This is very useful because you don't need to move 24/7 on Genji. You don't have to do things that are flashy 24/7. Unless you want to be a flashy player, then by all means, go right ahead. Next up, Dragon Blade. You can actually cancel the animation of your Dragon Blade by running up a wall. Also, when Genji's holstering it, you can also cancel the animation by running up a wall. You'll see a lot of pro players do this because it's extremely nice and extremely helpful. Another thing, you can actually throw your shurikens before you even pull out your blade. Now, it does this weird funny animation of just 3 shurikens randomly coming out, but this is actually very good, especially if you don't have nano or mercy boost. This is extremely strong because you do more burst damage, so it'll be easier. Sometimes if you hit all 3 shurikens to the body, you can actually whip out your Dragon Blade and you could just do a swipe dash and then they'll die. So if this video was helpful, if it was useful, let me know in the comments down below. Anything on this video will be appreciated. And for the rest of the video, I'm just going to give you guys some map codes so you guys can get better at your 180s, your Dragon Blades, your shurikens, and all of that. And yeah, so peace out, guys.